Kincora Boys' Home took in youngsters and teenagers from the courts or who were thought to be in moral danger. There have been allegations of homosexual offences here for over 20 years. But it was only last December that Mr. William McGrath, a prominent Orangeman and a house father at Kincora, was jailed for 4 years for sexual offences against boys in his care. 4 other men were also jailed. A former missionary of Dr. Paisley's church accused the DUP leader of not taking action against McGrath 8 years before he was brought to trial.
I approached Dr. Paisley on at least 7 occasions. I asked him time and time again what he intended to do about this. My concern all along was very much for the fact that there were young boys under the threat of this man's corruption.
Dr. Paisley has been calling for an immediate public judicial inquiry. He admits Miss Shaw did tell him of McGrath's homosexuality, but not that he worked at Kincora.
What she said, yes, she did say she made accusations against Mr. McGrath, and she based these on the evidence of a Mr. X. When I met Mr. X, he wouldn't meet Mr. McGrath. But I, of course, did the only thing I could do. I put Mr. McGrath from taking part in an orange service in my church. He wasn't a member of my church, but I certainly took that discipline immediately. And I regret that Miss Shaw didn't go to the police.
But Miss Shaw says she did, and the police too have been accused of a cover-up. There have been several police inquiries into alleged homosexual prostitution rings which catered for prominent Ulstermen, but most of the investigations were apparently dropped. Now the RUC's tough Chief Constable, Sir John Herman, is making sure there's been no cover-up. He's called in an outsider to investigate the allegations against some of his men and to take charge of any fresh inquiries. The Northern Ireland Secretary, Mr. Pryor, set up a committee of inquiry to sit in private. But last week, 3 of the 5 committee members resigned because they felt they couldn't do the job the public wanted to find out exactly what had gone on in Kincora. It was clear Mr. Pryor had seriously underestimated public concern. But it remains to be seen whether his announcement today and a fresh investigation by an independent Chief Constable will satisfy that concern. David Rose, News at 10, Belfast.